How's it going? This is Kyle from the TF Review, and today we are going to be taking a look at Warbotron WB01-C, because I thought this one was actually WB01-B, but I'm here already, so screw it. We're going to start with C and then go back to B. This is SLY STRIKE. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this review. Taking a quick look at this packaging, we can see it's exactly like WB01-T9291, aka Airburst. It's identical in every way. It does say SLY STRIKE on the side, and it does have another nice piece of artwork for when you eventually, if we ever do get the full combiner, you know, you can make a big image, Warbotron, and he can get naked. Woo! And now he is naked, and there he is. You can see him right there in a nice window box and a nice artwork. That's basically it. You got more misspellings on this side. Marshal Master Aramed Forces down here. Let's go ahead and let's open this packaging up and let's take a look at SLY STRIKE. Alright, my flock, here we have Warbotron SLY STRIKE right here in his almost necessary Humvee mode. And I do have to say he has a lot of really nice molded detail. The toy itself is, for the most part, molded in this kind of khaki beige color. And I do have to say it looks nice. However, these windows, I know the windows were molded too, and they're just painted blue. I don't really like the way that looks. In fact, I would actually have preferred they have, you know, painted it like a dark gray or a black. That would have matched the figure a little better, but this blue is just kind of really out of place. And that is actually my biggest gripe in vehicle mode. Apart from that, he's actually very, very solid. He's got a really nice and tight transformation. You can see everything just folds into each other. He's got one of those bottoms that doesn't actually really look like a robot. It just kind of looks like mechanical bits folded up into each other. Now, he does come with two weapons. You do get his pistol, which has a scope on it, and his full-size blaster, with his midsection molded in translucent pink. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and store these weapons up here. This blaster is actually kind of fun. It comes with both a 5mm peg, and you can go ahead and fold this down, and then he can hold it in his hands, because his hands are a little weird, and I'll show you that in the actual robot mode. Apart from that, he rolls. It rolls very well. And this front bumper right here is kind of a soft plastic, and it doesn't actually peg into anything. So, that does it for his vehicle mode. Very simple, very basic. It's very tight. You'll notice at times this whole upper construction, it really wants to unpeg itself because of how tight it is. So you do have to constantly adjust and squeeze it back together. Now, to get to leg mode, it's actually really easy. It's, for the most part, going to just be this. But you want to take the front end, and it's kind of tight. This you can actually fold multiple ways. You can kind of have it sit up like this, or you can just kind of fold it up like that. Personal preference, or like that. There's a lot of different things you can do. Next, this little purple part also folds back. You just want to take it, fold it back, and it'll kind of fold itself in there. And it just does that on its own, and it does actually lock into place. And there is his leg mode. Fortunately, since Warbotron is slacking, we don't actually have any of the feet, or we don't have the body, so basically, this is all we have to look off of. And for a quick size comparison of a figure that is already nearly done, here's SLY STRIKE next to Drag Strip. You can see, obviously, SLY STRIKE is much, much larger. Bruticus itself, well, Warbotron's Bruticus is going to be pretty freaking huge. SLY STRIKE in his robot mode, and I do have to say I absolutely love this robot mode. In terms of how it looks, I actually much prefer it over Airburst. It's very authentic to G1. It's almost perfect. For articulation, he has a crap ton. His arms can rotate, but these wheels can get hindered, so you do have to just make sure they're kind of folded out of the way. They can move in and out. They're on the signature super milky butter smooth Warbotron joints, which I love. And for arm articulation, he moves in and out. Bends at the elbows. He does have an upper bicep swivel. His hands can rotate, and the fingers do open, so he can grip some weapons and shit. The wheels kind of move in and out. You do really have to adjust them. He does have a really nice waist swivel. Again, the backpack can get in the way, so you do have to adjust it. His legs can move in and out. They're on just solid regular joints. Forward, upper thigh swivel. Can bend, you know, well over 90 degrees, almost 180 degrees due to the transformation. His feet are on ball joints, so they can move forward, back, pivot. I guess you can consider this a toe articulation if you really want to. But overall, you've got just a massive amount of articulation. This figure is awesome. So, if you want, you can take his pistol. You can take his pistol, stick that in his hands, or you can take his blaster, fold this peg out, and this is so he's able to hold it just a little bit better. Fold his fingers out, and then fold them back. Now he's holding onto it nice and tight. Now, one of the absolute biggest highlights of the robot mode, in my opinion, is this head sculpt. This thing is literally insane. Not to mention, it's got the best light piping in a Transformer toy I have seen in a while, and it was so well done. Also, I forgot to mention head articulation. It can move around, it can emote. It is just perfect. I love that square, boxy G1 look. Nailed it, in my opinion. Absolutely nailed it. And all in all, just like holding weapons or even by itself, this figure is really very photogenic, very poseable, and very nice. My biggest gripe is, of course, the backpack. The backpack is really complicated. It kind of causes the transformation, both to robot mode and vehicle mode. It causes a little more stress than I would like, literally, both on the toy and kind of mentally, because you don't want to break it. And the panels are so weak. So there's just kind of this added, like, oh my god, don't break it when you're doing the transformation into vehicle mode. But luckily, it doesn't stick out that far back, and it's really not as bad as it could have been. So for that, I do commend you. Also, like I mentioned before, if you like this, if you prefer this aesthetic, you can have the grill in front. I do prefer it, and I will display it like this until I get my Bruticus completed. So, that basically does it for this video review of Warbotron's SLY STRIKE. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at the TF Review and like me on Facebook at the TF Review. And I will see you all in the next video.